rumors that it might not actually be the next GTA as far as like a serial number. And even Franklin's interesting. Lamar, that's an interesting name. I mean, you don't hear that a lot. Lamar, Franklin. I mean, you do, but
what do you do with your hands?
I don't know. I told you I'd be weird with my
he's
hands.
Ricky Bobby. He's being Ricky Bobby.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
We take a small break and then you forget everything.
Yeah, well, it took a long
You learn.
time. Do you think they would have you pull over and then
check your license and
registration? I wasn't going to say an optical illusion with my ears.
What were you going to say then?
I forgot because I got thrown off by you saying optical illusion of the ears. There's no such thing as audio optical illusion.
I know. You were going to say optical, though.
What's the equivalent?
Auditory illusion?
There isn't such a thing. It doesn't exist because you can't make.
Okay, well, GTA 6, it's supposed to be released Tuesday, December 5th, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our slower people. What time is that, Ozzy? Pacific. What time? Okay, I should start with what time zone are we in? I just want to check. Okay, wrong. Now let's try. Let's try J.
Yeah. So what is time?
No. What time zone are we in?
What time zone are we in?
Yeah.
Or what time zone do I think I'm in? That's two different questions. So I think we're in Pacific Standard.
All right. Who wants to start it? We're going over rumors for GTA 6.
Okay. So
since the trailer is going to be released in a few days here.
So we finally got a release date for the trailer.
Not for the game.
Not for the game. So yeah, it took just like, I don't even know how many, months from when they announced until the actual release date of just the trailer. And what was interesting is there's still rumors that it might not actually be the next GTA as far as like a serial number. So it's not going to actually be GTA 6. So the rumor is that it's going to actually be GTA Vice City. And there's
remastered or something like that. Or like a modern day Vice City.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a modern day Vice City. So how they did San Andreas, it pretty much GTA 5 is a modern day version of San Andreas. But instead of taking the entire 3 maps of San Andreas, they just decided to focus on just that one. That would be the biggest area, would be the most noticeable parody, which is LA. So doing just the focus on Los Santos gave him the opportunity to expand more of the world building of just the Los Santos kind of thing. And so that's what they're thinking, is that this is going to be Vice City, like you said, a modern day Vice City, but it's not going to be GTA 6 necessarily.
What if they have a Tommy Vercetti, like an older Tommy Vercetti appear, if it is Vice City?
Well, I don't know if they would, because there is references to characters from San Andreas, but there's no San Andreas characters.
Laszlo, he's in the old GTAs and he's in GTA 5.
Yeah, but he's not actually a character. Like I just mean like he's not actually. You don't actually do.
You do a mission with him. What do you mean?
I mean, you do one mission,
but still, he exists in both the old trilogy or the old games and in the new
but
ones.
He's the exception. Laszlo is sort of an anomaly. He's like one of those characters that is like a multiverse character. Seriously, like he can go from one universe, because if you're talking about the GTA universes being connected, so multiverse idea, he's one of those characters that jumps around in the multiverse. He's like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I can see that.
Laszlo's a Doctor Strange, and he is very fucking weird, so it's appropriate.
Yeah.
So he's the Doctor Strange of multiverse.
Of GTA.
Of GTA.
When GTA 4 came out, they said the characters in the GTA, in the PS2 GTA games, were in a separate universe from what they call the HD universe, which is GTA 4 and on.
So from that point on, from GTA 4
yes.
to obviously.
So that's a separate universe from the PS2 games, as what they said. But they've had references to characters from the older games. And like we said, Laszlo has been in the older ones and he appeared in GTA 5. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's a multiverse now. I don't know.
I mean, because like interesting thing about a character like Tony, like from the nightclub. So Tony,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. He was originally from Liberty City.
No, but
GTA 4.
but that's the
But
same
he was
universe.
part of it, right? But he was part of the DLC.
Yeah.
But we always assumed that their connections were going to be across, or not across, but they were going to be exclusive to the coast that they're on. So, for example, all references are going to be to the West Coast or Los Santos. They were going to be just from anything from San Andreas.
Yeah.
And anything that was Liberty City was going to stay just in Liberty City. So we actually started having cross references. So we have a character from Liberty City now in Los Santos, modern day Los Santos.
Yeah.
And they even teased now, I think recently, I think it was either yesterday or the day before that they're going to have a new business that's going to be run by, you're going to have to look this up.
Did Rockstar release an image already?
Yes.
I'm looking at the article for PC Gamer that's going over like
Yeah. So it's this image right here. So it's this.
no just that image because I'm
This is
seeing
it.
a different image.
No, this is only one. Whatever else you've seen is fake.
It's like
That's a deep fake.
oh okay.
So yeah, whatever else that's crazy fan art, don't believe any of that stuff. There's going to be hundreds of those coming out before so for the next 4 days, this is going to blow up the internet.
Okay, so you got to explain where this image is coming from that I'm seeing on PC Gamer because this is image credit Rockstar Games and it's
That's just from Vice City.
But is that a Vice City? Is that from Vice City remastered?
No, that's just from, well, I don't know if it's from the remastered trilogy, but it's from the old Vice City game.
How can you tell it's the old Vice City?
Because the helicopter and the way the buildings are.
How much did you play Vice
Okay.
City?
A lot.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. But it looks similar to artwork that looks like this, which is a teaser.
and yeah, so obviously they did the
color
palm
scheme,
the palm trees purposely on that.
And then the color scheme. Just look at the color scheme. It's very similar, tropical looking. Gives
so
you
what's
like
so
Miami, Vice City. But
so you think they're going back to Miami?
I think
Florida,
it's actually a fake
kinda
out.
thing.
I think this is actually
or
just
California, and they're going to merge like
San Fierro and
Los Santos, and they'll do like a Vice City, but in Los Santos.
I don't think they would do that because
I know
Los
like
Santos-
Vice City is Miami, like all that stuff, but
Yeah,
well, they could do Vegas.
yeah, but there's not a lot of
There's
palm
not-
trees
there's
in
no-
Vegas.
yeah, there's no palm trees in Vegas.
Yeah,
Palm trees are like Florida or California.
yeah, and then like how San Fierro or San Francisco has trolleys instead of palm trees. So that's their natural, like, instead of a lot of palm trees, it's a lot of trolleys and uphills, and
Do any of those trolleys still work? Are they still?
yeah, they're actually still working. So the reason I don't think it's still on the West Coast, and I think it's just a fake out, this actually might be just a scene, because they do have I don't know, do they have oceans in New York or on the East Coast? I don't remember.
Go ahead
I've
and
never
put it
been there.
down in the comments if they have oceans in New York.
Yeah. Because let us know if there is,
'Cause
there are
obviously-
oceans
Wow,
on the
you're
East Coast.
You're a fake fan because you didn't play GTA 4. That shows that you didn't play GTA 4.
Was there an ocean? Was there a
Yes.
beach in GTA?
There was a
4?
beach
in New York.
Yes.
Were there palm trees on that beach?
No.
Okay, exactly.
So not all beaches have palm trees. We've already established that.
So hey, I should have been more specific. I meant like beaches with palm trees.
Which is Florida and California.
Exactly. So those are the two main
What about the
cities that they
species of
parodied.
bird? Like I'm sure people have already dug into this image already, but
So
we might as well since we're talking about it.
I think that's just your standard.
Your standard seagull.
Seagull,
Is it
yeah.
an East Coast seagull or a West Coast seagull?
I think it's East Coast because it looks like it has a bit of an attitude. The two on top look like they're going to get into a fight over bread, I believe. So you can probably tell the fans out there are probably like doing the math and figuring it all out to see what kind of, like, if that kind of a seagull is native to the East Coast or the West Coast region. But, I'm just messing around. It could be a tease. It could just be Vice City. But it's interesting that they've yet to actually confirm or actually announce, GTA 6, but they haven't actually even called it Vice City.
Well, here's an interesting thing though. Okay, there's a
DEA?
picture. No, not the DEA. DE. I was gonna say the
FIB.
I'm looking at a picture of GTA 5. There's palm trees in it. Kind of has a similar. So they kind of like, I guess, pulled up a picture to kind of show similarities or something. So these palm trees are pretty thinned out on the new GTA picture.
So they're
and
not
they're pretty
thick.
full palm trees in the GTA 5 picture. So that to me, being a Californian, looks like a Californian palm tree. Maybe these are Florida palm trees.
I mean, is there such a thing? I didn't know.
I think so. Or maybe their designers just suck at making palm trees.
No, I mean, no. You would think so.
I mean, I'm just going like super
No, you would think so, but GTA.
You think they're purposeful?
No, everything. So this is without trying to,
Conspiracy theory. Here comes.
No, without
Get ready.
conspiracy theory.
Brace yourselves, people.
Yeah, put on your tinfoil hats. But I'm just going to give credit where credit is due. So Rockstar has been able to capitalize on the fact that they have one of the most incredible immersive experiences, but also incredible attention to detail. Like everything is exactly where it should be. Every little thing, artwork, what species of animals they decide to use in their games, everything is connected. Everything is done with the intention to simulate to the player that this is the experience, this is the city we're parodying. So they really do have that attention to detail. So I'm sure that they would know exactly if there was a differentiate, like if there was
Different
a species,
type of
different type of palm trees. They wouldn't just pull up like a random or design a random palm tree. So that was my whole point, is that although we're just messing around, that is actually true. Like they will take the time to study the, I don't know what it's called, the
Flora.
environment. The flora? Yeah.
Flora.
It's not flora.
Fauna?
The Florida.
Flora or
They
fauna?
study the Florida.
I think those are both wrong.
No,
But
it
the
is
flora
study the
actually-
Florida.
It is
Let me
flora.
see.
That's the study of plants, the science of Florida.
Would you say fauna? Okay.
No, I said flora first.
Yeah, flora. You
said flora.
Hold on. Flora refers to plant life. Oh, wow. I'm surprised.
Wow.
While fauna
go.
refers to animal life.
There you go.
So good job.
So he knew both somehow.
No, he didn't know what fauna was. He just
No,
said
I didn't know what fauna
'cause he-
was. I admit that. I knew what flora was referring to plant life. You just doubt
just-
everything I say.
No, because you said flora and then you went for fauna. So
It's just interesting. Somehow you're a plant expert. Like, how did you even know that?
That's a common saying. Have you not heard that in like everywhere on shows and movies and
I mean, that's not a common saying. Like, what show off the top of your head that mentions
that has those exact words? I don't know.
Yes. And so, even a teaser image from one of the biggest game companies, right? One of the biggest game developers. Everything is simple in their execution, yet it has an incredible amount of detail. So everything, the positioning of the palm trees, the way even like the background, that might be what would you say? That's a sunset?
or a sunrise. No,
Yeah, it
it's
could be
probably
sunrise.
sunset.
Sunrise?
No, I
you
think it's a sunset. I'm an expert on.
Yeah, now he's
sun
an expert on
stuff.
Yeah, now he's a planetary expert. He's a solar system expert, in-house solar.
Astronomy. There you go.
Astronomy
That's the word I was
expert,
looking
yeah.
for.
He's an in-house astronomy.
And then we have our botanist,
Yep, that's me.
and
Ozzy.
then we will soon find out what Jay's superpower is.
What his field of expertise
with
is.
expertise in everything. Everything I talk about, I'm an expert in, except plants, because I didn't know that was actual term.
And speaking into the mic consistently also is not a strength.
Yeah, obviously. Wait,
No one
am I
can be
cutting
perfect.
out?
No,
Yeah, you keep going like this.
it's like chocolate
cut-
rain. It's like you're doing chocolate rain, guy.
Oh,
And he breathes away from the mic. I like
we
how
had to bring it all.
What
all
was the name of that guy, by the way?
Tezonde, which is an amazing name, by the way.
Zonde?
You had to take it
Sunday.
all the way back to chocolate rain.
Yes,
I forgot about that.
because that's what it
Here,
reminded me
I'll
of.
give you this.
Was did that come pre-built with that, or did you program
Yes.
that
Yeah, he programmed that just for that bit.
just for that? Yeah.
I was waiting
for
for
that
a
chocolate
moment to
rain.
use it. So now every time you say chocolate rain,
feel like it's too light sounding for Chocolate Rain. I feel like Chocolate Rain would be heavier.
Heavy downpour.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's more like chocolate sounding.
Yeah. Dripping and getting all over the place.
Moist. Just to trigger some people out there.
Did you know that song is actually about like combating racism? Like, it had a deep meaning.
Okay, let's stay on topic. I don't feel that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
Analyzing Chocolate Rain about his meaning.
The article on Games Radar that I was looking up was just talking about the characters that would be in GTA 6.
Yeah, on the PC Gamer, so it has like they're gonna have two main characters, Lucia and Jason.
Yes.
And it says here they're likely Bonnie and Clyde inspired crime duo.
Yes, which I could see would be a good like story for the new game. And
Now,
go ahead.
so that's confirmed, right? That's not just like a rumor kind of article.
No, I think because with
It says rumors in past rumors, so I don't know if it's in
past rumors. I really hope so because I feel like, I mean, no offense to any Jasons out there. I'm sure it's a great name. You know, I forgot the last name of the guy, Jason, actually from Friday the 13th, because I can't pronounce his last name.
Jason Bourne.
Voorhees.
Yeah, there you go.
Jason Voorhees. Mm-hmm. We should just start naming Jasons.
So,
I can't. Jason.
Wow.
I can't
Okay.
think
Well,
of
that was short lived.
so I just feel like that's such a basic name. No offense to Jasons, like I said.
What else?
Do you really not like Jasons that much that you have to kiss your microphone right now?
What would you name
profess it
him
to the
then?
people?
It's just that it's just like kind of like, okay, if you think
Kyle.
of all the other names.
No, that's I like Jason better than Kyle. Sorry, Kyle.
If you look, yeah, Kyle's not a bad name. But if you think of all the other names,
Okay, give me 5 names.
Claude Speed, CJ, Victor, Laszlo, Cousin Ed,
Tommy.
Tommy, Franklin. Even Franklin's interesting. Lamar, that's an interesting name. I mean, you don't hear that a lot. Lamar, Franklin. I mean, you do, but it's just-
Michael.
Michael, yeah, Trevor.
Jason, Michael, Jason.
I mean, I can see that. I guess it's just
You're
it
just a
feels.
Jason hater. Wow.
I'm not a Jason hater. It's
Did
just I feel like it should be a little more like what's the female's name? The rumor,
Lucia.
Lucy.
That one's a good name. That's
See,
a good name.
exactly.
And now I'm starting to think you had some kind of beef with the Jason or something because
No,
you're
I,
very.
I like Jason. I'm telling you, I'm
Which
a big fan
Jason?
of Friday the 13th movies. I like Jason.
Jason Bourne.
Exactly, Jason Bourne.
That's the only two Jasons we know.
In anything.
Is there an actor named Jason? I don't think like a big actor.
Exactly. I don't know. There's something about that name. I mean, you think of a Jason, what?
I can't think of
I'm
it.
thinking of Justin Long.
Watch,
For some
everyone's
reason, I
gonna-
thought Jason Long.
Everyone's gonna be yelling at us. It's this Jason, you idiots.
Yeah.
He's super big.
Yeah, there probably is.
Jason Statham.
Oh my god.
Who? Exactly.
Wow.
Look, man. He's old news.
I had Jason Mraz.
I don't know what that is.
100 plus famous Jasons. Here you go.
Wow, there's 100 plus.
Jason Momoa.
Momoa?
Oh,
Sorry,
Aquaman,
Oh,
right?
Aquaman,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
See,
So-
there we go. We did miss it.
Stop turning away from
Yeah.
the mic. You don't have to look at me to talk to me.
I know.
We did miss that.
He actually
know-
doesn't want you to look at him at all, ever.
Yeah, that's
Don't,
true.
Not in his eye.
Yeah,
He's a director.
That's
You
true.
You can't look at the director in the
can't-
eyes.
Yeah, don't look at me.
You insist on making eye contact with
Jay wants to form a connection with Doc. I guess is what we're trying to take away from here.
Yeah, but the
This-
director, obviously being how he is.
Jason Bateman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Psycho.
right.
Psycho.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait,
we missed a lot of
for
Jasons.
Psycho?
Yeah. The movie.
That was his name?
Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis.
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 We missed a lot of Jasons.
Yeah, we actually did.
Jason Segel.
that
Jason
sounds-
Derulo.
That sounds familiar.
Jason Isaacs.
I just can't believe I missed Sudeikis. And I used to
missed-
watch SNL.
Yeah, we missed a lot of Jasons.
That's what's hilarious.
I think
about
the
it.
name is fine. If that is the
No,
name, that
look-
could be a
look,
rumor
like
though.
I said,
Jason
there's
Alexander.
nothing wrong with that name. I just feel like if it's just two protagonists, like they could get away with it with Michael. That's fine. But you have something Trevor, Franklin, Michael. That works. Yeah, I mean, nothing against the names. I just feel if the whole thing is Bonnie and Clyde, those
Lucia
are very
and-
interesting names.
Lucy and Jason.
You see what I mean? Like, it would be like, what, Bonnie and Jason? Think about that.
That's a little. That's a little on the nose.
Yeah,
so.
that'd be funny. That I like that.
But say Bonnie and Jason, it just doesn't have the same Bonnie and Clyde, right?
Well, they're not trying to.
No, they are trying to. That's exactly what the comparison has been the entire time. That's what they said.
I think apparently also they're part of the same gang, and I think she's a few years younger than him. And they have like tension between them because their personalities are so different from the rumors.
And of course, those are the two people we're going to pair up for this new game.
Well, that's the thing.
Exactly
It's like every rom-com, it's going to start. They hate each other. They don't get along.
Oh, I hope not. I hope it doesn't.
And then over the course of the game, they learn to team up.
I hope the end game ends them murdering each other.
They could very well
simultaneously
do that. Like that'd be actually pretty interesting. One of them turns into the final boss. Like you get a pick who, like, so let's say you want to be Jason is going to be your
And
final
then you
boss.
have to go into the final boss room. Wink,
Exactly.
Wink, wink.
Foreshadowing. That's what that is. But that'd be cool, actually. Like you're playing along with the actual final boss of the game the whole time. And you pick which one you get to be the protagonist that wins over the boss.
I mean, but I feel like that might be too similar to the way GTA 5 story, where, you know, the alternate endings.
Oh, where you have to pick.
Yeah.
who
So
lives.
without, you know, spoiler alert. So
That game's been out for like 10 years.
yeah, I know. Now you don't have to pick necessarily, because end game, you can actually have all three live.
Well, yeah, C is the best option.
So,
Who picks
obviously-
the other two?
Well, there has people, that's their choice. It's, you know, freedom of will.
That is your life, but you're wrong if you choose A or B.
It's just not the best outcome if you want to keep playing the game afterwards. So if you pick C, obviously you have access to all three assets, and you can keep, you know, whatever properties you purchase. You can keep, you know, making money or whatever. But I feel like that would be a little too I don't know if it would be a little too similar to that, because you have to kind of betray one of the characters.
I see what you mean.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the same idea of like, oh, what being the final boss. But in GTA, it's kind of, it's always deceptive, because there's always a man behind the man.
I
There's
honestly,
always a person behind
It's always a man.
a man.
the one thing I didn't like about the GTA 5 ending is like who your final adversary were. Because I feel like I didn't care at that point. I don't even remember who like the people you have to kill.
Well, I thought it was the IAA.
Is that who it is? I don't remember
that. You have to,
them.
I mean, you can look it up if you want.
One rumor that I actually had told Jay before that I heard was your weapon inventory would be shortened, or you know how in Red Dead 2 you can only carry like a set amount of weapons. You can't carry your whole arsenal. They might
which
do
I
that
don't-
for 6.
I hope that's just a rumor.
So to make it more realistic, you could only be carrying like weapons, like 2 guns.
So it's okay. So instead of accessing your full,
What do you do with your hands?
I don't know. I told you it'd be weird if I
he's Ricky Bobby. He's being Ricky Bobby.
I
right?
don't know what
I
to do
don't
with
know.
my hands.
We take a small break,
hands.
and then you forget everything
Yeah. Well, it took a long
you learned.
time. It was a long break, but I mean, that would be interesting. I just don't understand what the point of that would be, because you can already limit yourself by going to your weapons locker in any property that has a weapons locker access. So you can already put limitations to the amount of weapons in a specific subclass of weapons.
So they'll probably just do that. Then maybe it's just like people hoping or people wanting it to be more realistic.
I mean, I don't think it should be more realistic, because GTA was never really about being the most realistic game.
When do people know what they want?
Never.
They ask for it, and then they're going to blow them up when they do it. It always happens that way.
Yeah, they never actually.
They get what they ask for, and then they're like, "This is shit."
Exactly.
Yeah, they want them. Yeah, they okay. This is what I want, and then when they put that, they want to take them. They want them to take that.
It was so much better when it was the old way.
Yeah, exactly. No, I want you to read my mind and figure out exactly what I want.
And then tell me if I'm going to like it.
That's the reason.
And then if I don't like it, change it.
It's your fault if I don't like it.
But that's only because of like how, not social media necessarily, but just how YouTube, like instant information. Like before, there's no way to post your opinion on anywhere. Like back then.
Yeah.
And so now it's like the feedback for developers is instant. They get on Twitter, X, whatever. And so they're constantly interacting with the fans back and forth.
Feedback's one way to say it, or beratement.
Beratement. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, beating down developers until they're forced to do what you say.
But they don't always listen to that. I feel like sometimes they seem like they are they just act like, okay, this is bothering them, but they don't actually do any. They don't change it.
Well, I don't think they should listen to every single person's
That's
demands,
what I
because
mean.
then that's crazy.
That's what I mean. So they just go, oh, okay, thank you for leaving a comment or providing feedback, but they don't take everything to heart. They're not going to change everything based on just even a collection of fans, even if like the most diehard fans.
Yeah, like Doc was saying, we should put gasoline in our cars in GTA.
I mean, I don't
That's
know.
not
That could be
exactly what I
interesting.
said, but
Verbatim.
Yeah, then you'd have to wash your windows too. Like
Yeah.
the front windows. You'd have to use Windex.
I mean, you could have like a homeless guy that comes up to you and asks you.
That'd be a yes or no option in GTA.
Yeah, just like
And
a
if you
real
don't, then they pull a gun on you.
Yeah, that'd be, yeah. I kind of like that. It's like a random encounter.
So I read something on the police response that it was going to be like more realistic or more intense.
So that's what.
I don't know if you.
Yeah, I never understood how. Well, I guess because I don't do programming, but how would they simulate a better response?
I was going to say, like, AI is huge right now, so they're kind of incorporating some kind of AI model.
Yeah, like an algorithm that could act more like a police force that's tracking you down.
That could like specifically respond to that individual player versus like a more generic response.
So it was like if you're.
So like you're really gonna.
Do you think they would have you pull over and then
check your license and
license and registration, and then hold on, your license is suspended according to our records, and then the
But you
police
can
officer
go
goes
in
back.
court and you can fight it. Yeah.
And then that's a whole nother like side quest or a side like
And
a
you
whole
just
mission.
get locked up in the judicial system.
court system. Yeah,
In the court system.
Talk to your
That would have
lawyer.
been an easier way to say
yeah,
it.
and that's a whole nother mini game. It's like
Your lawyer's a contact on your phone.
Yeah,
He's
just
only
a lawyer
available Monday
contact.
through Thursday, not on the weekends.
Yeah. So if you have to make bail, you're gonna have to wait till Monday.
Yeah.
So you have to earn the money for bail.
Yeah.
So that's the whole thing. So, but you have to do it legitimately. Like you have to do either like odd jobs or
You know those people that do those startups where they cut people's lawns and they wash their windows? You have to do that to earn your money early on.
so you have to pay off your
Yeah, your bail.
your bail,
Yeah.
and then you can become like once you get cleared of the charges.
That's on your record though. That stays.
Yeah, so the next time you get pulled over, they're gonna look up your record.
And then like you go to job interviews and you get denied. You're like, hold on, you have a
Like 5 misdemeanors.
Yeah, but it was like, what if what we're saying about the jobs? Like, do you think they'll do like different heist?
Yeah, I think they'll bring back heists
Like
for sure.
they'll do like because early on, because you know how they added heist for the story mode. Well, obviously the story mode had heist. But if they're doing like Vice City, because Vice City is going to be different environment, so how would they do heist?
Well, I mean, they could probably have a casino.
What did Vice City have a casino?
Let's see if I can pull that one up.
I
It had a
don't
nightclub.
remember.
It didn't have a casino.
Yeah, I don't remember a casino.
Remember it wasn't a.
What about Vice City Stories? Might have had like a casino business you could have. I don't remember
I don't know if it was a casino business,
because you had different types of businesses in Vice City
but it
Stories.
was. Yeah, it wasn't a casino business.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I just don't remember it being.
Yeah.
I know it's like a nightclub. You can run a nightclub.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And then there's
And like the
other-
ice cream thing that was like was a front for selling drugs and stuff.
Yeah, because they always have stuff like that. Even I think in the biker business, they have that. It's like a front.
Yeah. Even if they don't have casinos, they could still have heists, like have a bank heist, have you're robbing different businesses.
But do you think they would change it up than just having a, bank heist again? And then
I feel like people really like that was a big part of what people liked from GTA 5. That's what I really liked, the heist in the story mode and then multiplayer.
because you did, how would they? Do you think they would switch between how in GTA 5 you can just switch between the three characters?
Yeah.
Whenever you want. So do you think they would do that, or they just have you play as one character for a certain amount of missions and then it automatically switches you?
They could probably just do it like how it was in GTA 5, where it's like you first play as Jason, which you probably will hate because you don't like his name, and then you'll switch to Lucina.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna keep that name. So
yeah, it's all rumors for the names. They could be completely different names.
Because and then each one, because each character. I don't know if you remember.
We might as well just address it. Okay, so they're laughing because on the break, we realized that Ozzy over here, you want to correct your mistake, or you want to just let the people do it in the comments?
No, we just, if they know where my mistake is, they can find it.
All right, so put it down in the comments if you know what we were talking about related to Jason's and that whole conversation.
Yeah.
Go back if you need to and watch that part and see if you can pick out what we're talking about.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
And I said it pretty confident.
It wasn't obvious at the time, so it was obvious after the fact. So
yeah. You think they're going to do first person? Like,
yeah, they're going to have
on
to.
Release?
Yeah, they're going to have to on release. I think that's going to have to be something they implement because the combat has probably evolved to the point now. I mean, I think it's going to be day one. I think they're going to include the combat with weapons for first person day one. It was kind of added late into GTA 5's remastered when they finally got it on the PS4. And they probably have been thinking about doing that prior to the release and just figuring out ways to implement that. I don't know if they'll I don't know if they'll make it in a way where it's mandatory before they implemented it. I think players never really thought, okay, how could this be more immersive? So how can they make GTA from third person make it more immersive? Because all the details are surrounding the city and your character everywhere you look. So that was just another layer or another level to feel like you're actually the player. And it was more, I think, of a novelty at first until you start to realize that actually when you're doing heist and you're in first person, your character actually moves faster.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And it's a thing, like I've tried it third person and first person just to see if I could execute it. There's a certain limitations because of the perspective, like when you're jumping off of a boat, when you're jumping in a boat. And so it's kind of disorienting sometimes, to get your like positioning. And so when you're moving, if you're not really familiar, if it's your first time executing certain heists and you're trying to just move around the map to figure it out, it's a little tricky. But if you know exactly where the enemies are and you know what you're doing, and you're already going from spot to spot, killing a certain NPC, then the movement is faster. Like your character's movement is faster, but also the weapon. It feels like it's like you have slightly more control.
Okay.
I don't know how the evolution of that's going to go, but I feel like it's going to get implemented more because after watching different speedruns of heist, I can tell. And there's a lot of like the meta of doing certain heists. It's encouraging that, okay, first person movement is going to get you a faster time. And
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to just end it there? Kind of wrap it up?
Yeah. I think we're good.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty good. I think
Okay.
we can end it there.
Cool. All right, guys, there you have it. That's One Up Rivals just talking about GTA 6 rumors. If you guys like this, and palm trees. If you guys like this kind of video, give us a like. Think about subscribing. It'll help out the channel. We'll see you on the next one.